What's up YouTube, Charmin here coming at you guys with a brand new Star Wars Battlefront video. And today was an amazing day because EA DICE actually went ahead and released their brand new Outer Rim DLC trailer for everybody to view. On top of that, there was actually 3 different actual Twitch streams that were going on, hosted by Jack Frags, Darkness 429, and Level Cap Gaming, which all actually featured the brand new Outer Rim DLC for everybody to watch. On top of this, Dennis Branville, the lead designer working on Star Wars Battlefront, was there with each of them to actually answer a lot of questions that they had and us as the community had. So there was a lot of actual information that was brought out in these streams, and all of this information is in fact, yes, confirmed. One of the biggest things that is confirmed right now is that March 22nd, 2016 is officially the actual release date for the Outer Rim DLC for all Season Pass holders. So now we have a confirmation for that, and on top of that, it will be coming out on roughly April 5th for the non-Season Pass holders, which is 2 weeks later on, just like all of you guys had went ahead and already assumed. Now, some of the cool things right here. Outer Rim DLC is going to feature a big playlist, is what they were talking about earlier, and this playlist will actually be kind of like a rotating type playlist. So you can go ahead and start in, say, a blast match, and then the next match it might switch over to cargo, and the next match, you know, it might switch over to another mode, and you get what I'm saying? It kind of just keeps rotating to keep you busy, and it's pretty cool because this playlist allows you to not get bored of what you're doing, but it's all basically going to be featured around the Outer Rim DLC. So you can stay in there for roughly about 8 to 10 hours, they say it would take you to complete the entire playlist. So it just kind of keeps everything going fresh and keeps in the rotation if you choose to go ahead and play the game that way. That's one of their big changes that's kind of coming to Battlefront. On top of that, the Outer Rim DLC, they've actually went ahead and stated, is going to be the Close Quarters DLC. So all of the game modes are actually going to be featured as 8v8s, including Heroes versus Villains. So one of the big things people were probably wondering is, what are they going to do with Heroes vs. Villains now that Nia, Nam, and Greedo are actually going to be coming into the lineup? And this is what's going to happen right here, guys, is that they're just going to add them into the game. So instead of there being 3 heroes versus 3 villains and the troopers, it's going to now be 4 heroes and 4 villains against the troopers. So that right there is pretty cool. Now this right here is important though, guys. This is only available to people who own the Outer Rim DLC. So if you do not own Outer Rim, your Heroes vs. Villains will still be 3 heroes versus 3 villains. Now, you will in fact probably see the new heroes in that lineup, but you will not be able to play as them if you do not own them. So other people who do own the DLC can in fact play those heroes and villains against you, but you will not be able to play as them at all unless you actually go ahead and purchase that DLC. Now, the DLC can be purchased separately or as a season pass. The choice is yours. I prefer to go to Season Pass because it'll save me 10 bucks down the road, and I get it for 2 weeks early, but that is just my preference. Now, this game is also going to actually feature a lot of new free stuff for you guys if that you do not want to go ahead and purchase the DLC. Yes, I did in fact say free. They actually stress that they will not be doing away with free content updates and stuff like that. But this here, when as soon as this Outer Rim DLC launches, it's going to actually include free content with it. Now this content is actually going to be 2 weapons right here, the DLT-19X, which is actually a primary sniper rifle, which is basically a DLT-19 with a scope, and it's a single shot sniper rifle. So that'll be free to everybody, no DLC is needed to purchase. And the DL-18 blaster pistol will also be free, which is the blaster pistol that was seen by Kanan Jarrus, used in Star Wars Rebels, and Luke Skywalker even used it in Jabba's Palace in Return of the Jedi. Another thing is one of the pickups right here, the Ion Disruptor, is actually going to be free for everybody as well. You've seen it in the trailer that you're probably watching right now, where he's kind of jumping in the air and you see this big lightning shot come out. That's your Ion Disruptor right there. It's a charged up type weapon, and that will be free to everybody. Again, it is a pickup, it is not a gun itself, and the actual level cap for this game will be increased for everybody up to level 60, so there is more levels to go ahead and earn. Now, there is actually a new skin. This skin actually is going to go to the characters. Unfortunately, as of right now, there will not be new Imperial skins, but there will be a brand new Rebel skin. This skin will be unlocked at level 60, and you will be playing as the Weequay if you decide to unlock them. I think it's like 16 or 17,000 credits roughly, whatever it was to unlock all the other characters. that's the same price that it's going to be to unlock this one here. You've seen him on Jabba's sail barge in Return of the Jedi. Looks pretty cool. I'm eager to go ahead and unlock him here. And there's also going to be what's called hut contracts. Now, you did see this in the trailer that they were talking about before, about when the new DLC was going to be coming out, the earlier type trailer. But this hut contracts is something that's going to be available to everybody for free as well. Now, what is hut contracts though? Hut contracts, guys, I'm here to answer that question for you, is the new way to actually unlock your star cards and weapons. So again, the new way. So all future free DLC and paid for DLC will actually be using this system right here. If you are still trying to unlock old weapons and star cards, they will unlock the older way, but at rank 12, you would in fact unlock what's called hut contracts. Now, again, I did say rank 12, so if you guys are above rank 12, you will already have it unlocked at launch, but newer players will have access to this once they hit 12. And it's kind of a cool system right here. You will not need to be a certain level to really unlock any of these weapons other than, say, 12, or any of these cards other than the 12. But you have to complete a lot of tasks to actually unlock the new weapons. So again, we're talking about that DLT-19X, the sniper rifle, the DL-18 blaster pistol, or any of the new star cards. You will have to unlock them using contracts, and the way you do that is to first purchase the contract from Jabba the Hutt. And now once you do that, he will give you multiple tasks, as in kill so many players with a certain type of weapon, or use smoke grenades or flash grenades or something like that. And once you complete those tasks, then you will in fact unlock that weapon. You know, if being that you paid for the contract and you completed the test, you will unlock the weapon or the star card or any of those other things. Also, that will include the upgrading of star cards. So if you go ahead and get, like, say, the new adrenaline star card, for example, and you wanted to upgrade it to, you know, the black version, the rank 2 version, you will have to purchase the contract, complete the tasks, then you'll get your rank 1 version, then you'll have to purchase the new contract for the black version and complete those tasks, and then you'll have the upgraded version. You see how that works? So it's kind of cool. I mean, I like it because it makes you more flexible into what you're using, and it makes you, you know, try out some new things that you probably wouldn't. It makes you have to do a little bit more to get these items. They did say that these contracts are gonna be fairly easy when it starts off. They're gonna see how fast people are unlocking stuff, and maybe they'll make adjustments later on down the road. So do keep that in mind as well. Now, when it comes to just the paid content, what do you get in the Outer Rim itself? For people who are purchasing the DLC, you will get all of the stuff that you just heard was free. On top of that, when it comes to the paid content, what you'll be getting is the 4 new maps. 2 of them will be the Sulla sub-factories, and the other 2 are going to be roughly around the Jabba's Palace type look. So one will be like inside Jabba's Palace, and the other one was like in Jabba's sail barge garage. And all of these look really cool, especially the Sulla sub-complex ones. I was really impressed the way these look. And there is actually a brand new game mode, which will be called Extraction, that you will be able to play as well. And in this game mode, you will be able to play with multiple heroes, actually, and a bunch of players on the map at the same time, which is pretty crazy. It's like you start out with one hero, and you know, your actual players, you have to find the pickup, of course. And the idea is that you want to keep that hero alive and protect the actual item that's moving through the field, because when it comes to, say, wave 2, if you make it past the first checkpoint, you can get another hero, and in turn there will be 2 heroes on the board, you know, versus the other team, and they could have a villain after you as well. You get what I'm saying? And then it kind of just keeps progressing like that. So if you can keep your heroes alive, you can keep them going up against the other team the entire time, as long as you can keep them alive. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool, something to look at. Again, I will be putting links to the actual streamers' streams down in my description box below. So all 3 streams will be down there for you guys to go ahead and check out, and I encourage you to go ahead and do that. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I think you guys are gonna like that game mode when you see it. And of course, the more of the stuff that's going to come with that paid content is in fact the 2 heroes we talked about, which is Greedo and Nien Nunb. Now, Greedo is pretty cool. A lot of people were like, how the heck can we actually bring Greedo into this game? Well, Greedo, I will tell you, is kind of a beast, man. He actually has this whole confidence meter thing that will actually kind of level up as you play. The more kills you get, the more confident he gets, which means the better grenades he starts throwing. He starts out with like a Dioxis grenade, then he moves into the thermal detonator, then the impact grenade, and then he eventually will move into the thermal imploder as the last grenade, and he'll be chucking thermal imploders everywhere. That is pretty cool. He also has like his own personal pulse scan where he can scan. No one else can see it, but he can kind of see the enemies for himself. And he can even actually has this type of split fire shot where he can target, like, say 5 enemies in a room all at once, which you've seen in this trailer, I'm sure, and take them all out with one big blast and just kind of like, bah, 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 just like a rapid fire. So Greedo's pretty cool, I gotta say. And on top of that, you guys already know that he is armed with the DT-12 blaster, and that is also a weapon that will be available in the game for paid-for people who actually paid for the new DLC. And then there's also going to be Nianam as the new hero. Now, Nianam, he's a pretty cool hero as well. Now, he's a little bit setback reserved. People are going to kind of see him more as a camping hero, I guarantee it, because he actually is kind of more of your sniper to the game. Now, a lot of people are going to assume that the sniper rifle is his primary, which it is not. It is actually one of his ability type things, so it's a pulse rifle, pulse cannon, as it always has been, but the cooldown is faster. His main primary is the DH-17 blaster pistol, so that's pretty cool. You know, high rate of fire, rapid. It's a really nice gun. You guys already know it from the original base version of the game. And he has another ability, which will be his infantry turret. Now, the cool part about the infantry turret is just like how Greedo goes ahead and actually gets more confident, gets better grenades. The infantry turret will actually power up over time. So the more kills it gets, the stronger it gets, and eventually it will have the explosive shot. Now, if you pick it up and move it or something along those lines, it resets the entire thing, so you kind of want to camp it. You get what I'm saying? You want to protect it so that you can go ahead and get it powered up and get like that explosive shot and whatnot, because that's pretty cool. And on top of that, he actually has 2 different types of power-ups. On this side, this one here can actually switch. If he's in an indoor type game mode, he can actually drop proximity mines up to 4, and if he's in an outside game mode, so say the Walker Assault type maps and stuff like that, if you're playing the old vanilla version with him, you will be able to drop orbital strikes in exchange for those proximity mines. So that's pretty cool, and that's because he's a pilot and whatnot like that. On top of that, like I was saying, you know, the DT-12 blaster is available to all paid-for DLC people, along with the Relby V10 rifle is also going to be a new paid-for weapon. So as you can see, we're going to be getting 4 new weapons in total, 2 which will be restricted to DLC members only, and the other 2 will be free for everybody, along with the fact that there's going to be a new adrenaline stim card, which is going to give you more health over time. You're going to get a scattergun stim card, which can actually penetrate shields and whatnot, and just like the cycler rifle can, and that's pretty cool. And that'll be a new card, along with the Dioxys grenade card, which we kind of already touched on. Now, again, when I say, you know, these cards, all of the cards and heroes are specific to the Outer Rim DLC. They can be used in all of the different game modes, even all your vanilla-based game modes and whatnot like that. But when I say specific to the Outer Rim DLC, means you have to own the DLC in order to use any of the paid-for stuff. You will in fact see it used against you, but you cannot use it unless you purchase that DLC. You get what I'm saying here? Well, guys, after watching the brand new trailer and seeing all of the actual Twitch streamers that were actually playing the game modes, I am super excited for this DLC to come out. I'm completely reinvigorated for Star Wars Battlefront. Like, you know, I've never left. You guys already know I'm a Star Wars Battlefront YouTuber, and it's my primary game. But I am telling you, this DLC, in my opinion, from what I've seen and what I heard that was actually spoken during the stream, is pretty solid. I'm even impressed with the way they implemented the heroes. Yes, they're not my first choice when it comes to the heroes that I would have chosen for this DLC, but I have to say, I think they were executed pretty well when you actually see how they're being used during these streams. I am dying to get my hands on this, and I will definitely be playing this on the 22nd along with all the other season pass holders, and I'll be bringing you guys more content in more finer detail to talk about, including more of the new patches that are be coming out. Like they were talking about a buff to Darth Vader and stuff like that, and even like a buff to the actual squad shields and personal shields, and there's all kinds of more stuff that they're going to be talking about in these Twitch streams and whatnot. So if you guys actually want to go ahead and check them out, like I've told you, I will be linking all of the Twitch streamers' personal streams down in my description box down below, along with the actual full trailer, so you guys can watch it without me yakking over it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think, though. If you guys saw the streams, or if you guys just want to tell me what you think about the information that I brought to you guys, I'd love to hear about it. Like I said, you can go ahead and comment down in my comment section down there. I would love to hear about it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video here, and I hope it helps you out. And if it has, please feel free to go ahead and slap that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Charmin today. And you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and comment below and follow me on my Twitter to stay up to date with all my YouTube videos. I'm Charmin, and as always, thanks for watching, and y'all come back now, you hear?